Hi, my name is Jocelyn, and I'm the Student Safety Abroad Learning Resource Coordinator at Go Global. And this tutorial is going to tell you a little bit about the Safety Abroad Registry, how to fill it out, and how it is important, why it is important. So, this link up at the top right here is the link to the Safety Abroad Registry. If you click there, it will take you to that page. And this registry is required for all students traveling abroad, not only those going through Go Global programs. So for example, if you're traveling abroad through your department, you are still required to fill this out. It's part of your pre-departure planning, and it gives you country-specific information and country-specific travel advisories. It also is really important for emergency purposes because it will include information on how to contact you while you are abroad. This is necessary for numerous reasons. For example, the Japan tsunami a couple years ago, UBC was able to bring many of the students safely back to UBC because of the information that they were provided on this travel registry. It also has other important travel forms that you might want to fill out. Okay, so this is a summary of the different components, some of the different components on the registry. The main one is the travel registry form, which again includes your personal contact and then your contact information, your personal data and your contact information. This is the area where you can fill out your contact information while you're abroad, so we know how to contact you in case of an emergency. If you do not know your contact information abroad right now, that's okay. You can update it whenever you have that accurate information. The Student Mobility Agreement is what makes these exchanges possible with our partner institutions. This link right here, if you click on it, it will take you to the mobility agreement, and you can read through that and see what your rights are. For example, as a UBC student, you are paying UBC tuition, and that's why you can take courses at the partner university without having to pay that partner university tuition as well. Also, the Safety Abroad Registry includes a checklist for your planning purposes, an emergency card, something that you should print out and keep in your wallet while you're abroad. It'll have a phone number for how to contact UBC in case of an emergency. And then, like I mentioned before, it has the travel advisories that are updated and something called ROCO, which is the Registration of Canadians Abroad. And I'll explain that a little bit more as we go through the travel registry. You will need to have your CWL because that is what you will log in with. There will be a part on the website where you can log in if you have registered before. You can register a couple countries. But for the first time, you will have to fill out a form, and then you will log in your CWL. This is what you will see when you click on that link that I showed you on that first page. It'll say Safety Abroad Travel Registry at the top, and then it'll give you some information on why this Safety Abroad Registry is important. And then this is a form that I mentioned you need to fill out if this is your first time. If not, down here you can log in with your CWL, and it'll have the information that you have already inputted. For example, if you are updating your information, all you need to do is log back in with your CWL. You do not need to fill out this form at the top again. For this purpose, let's just try it out. The country that you are going to, that's what that part is, and then a region. For example, if you are going to a specific region in Argentina, it will let you choose that there. The degree level, just say undergraduate. Are you participating in a program organized by Go Global? Yes or no? I'm going to say yes, and then the Go Global program, if you are part of one, choose the one that's most appropriate. If you are not, you can ignore that tab. And then will you be older than 19 by the time you depart? Yes or no, and then hit submit. Once you hit submit, it will bring you to this page, and at the top you'll see there's travel report for Argentina, the country that I'm traveling to. It gives you a little bit more information on what that advisory is, and then it will tell you to log in to add your travel profile. So here I'm going to click CWL login, and then you want to type in your login. Okay, and see, it will bring you to this page where at the top, again, you will have your destination details. Down here below, it will say the Go Global program and other information that you entered in that first page before you logged in with your CWL. Down here, we scroll to the bottom. It will have a list of the things that you need to do, that you need to complete for your pre-departure preparation. So let's walk through those. Number 1 says attend a face-to-face pre-departure session. And not all programs will require you to attend this session. That's why it says your Go Global advisor will contact you regarding this session. If you are required to, they will contact you, and once you have completed the session, this status, they will mark as complete for you. So you don't have to mark that complete yourself. Your advisor will do that for you. Part 2 is complete the Safety Abroad Travel Registry form. And this is where I mentioned you will have the contact information while you're abroad. You can input that here. So this is what the page looks like. The top part is your student information, and that's filled in based on your records at the Student Services and your CWL. The second part is your information. For example, type of activity. You can say you are going on international service learning. This next part says what campus you are from, Vancouver or Okanagan. I'm going to select Vancouver. The faculty or school, I'm going to say environmental health. Your major, let's just choose one, Earth and Environmental Sciences, and the year level, say your second year. Underneath that is who should we contact in case of an emergency? A family member from any country, as long as you give the appropriate email address and telephone number in order to contact them in case of an emergency. How can we contact you while you are abroad? So this is where you put your information on when you are abroad, so the site that you will be at. So for example, in Argentina, let's say you do not know what city you will be in yet. So you can just fill this out, save this form, and then fill it out again later. And because you have not filled this out yet, it will not say that your travel information is complete. Again, same with the estimated dates of travel. You'll have a start date and end date. Put your estimated ones until you're confirmed of what the actual dates are. And then fill that out again. And then down here is who can we contact at your organization or your university in your host country in case of an emergency? So this is the country, your host country, the country that you will be visiting. Who can they contact in case of an emergency? When you are finished, click I confirm that I have now completed this Safety Abroad Registry form, and then click Save. Because I have not completed it, I won't do that, and so I'll just go back and then scroll down again to this pre-departure preparation list. So if you had completed that, it will say under status completed for number 2. If you have not completed it, it will say not complete, and that will be a reminder that you need to complete it. Number 3 is read and accept the terms of the UBC Student Mobility Agreement. This is the mobility agreement that I told you made exchanges possible. So all you do is you read through this information, and then at the bottom you want to click this. The student acknowledges that you have read it before you are signing that you have read it, and then hit submit. Again, it brings you back to the main page. Scroll down, and you will see this status now says completed. For this next part, you have a planning checklist that you want to click, and it will open up a PDF of a planning checklist with information on things that you should be aware of. For example, your health insurance or passport information, all of those things. And those, again, will be indicated in these online learning modules, which I will talk about in 1 second. The emergency wallet card, also when you click on this, it will open up a PDF of a wallet card with a phone number on it. Print that and keep that wallet card in your wallet at all times while you are abroad. On the wallet card, it has the phone number that you will use, that someone will use to contact UBC in case of an emergency, or you will contact if you are able to. That phone number is the 24-hour phone number, and when you call, the people here at UBC will pick up, but you want to address that you are a UBC student and that you are studying abroad and that it is an emergency. This next part is number 5. So for number 5, it says to complete the pre-departure online learning modules. When you click on this, it will take you to a website where you will see the different online learning modules. I will go over the learning modules with you after I go over the rest of the Safety Abroad Registry. So we'll come back to that. Number 6 is review the information about your host country. In this case, mine is Argentina, at the DFATE website. And the DFATE website is basically the travel advisories website. So when you click on this, it will take you directly to that travel advisory page, and you can read more about your country. And then number 7 is register with the DFATE ROCA. So ROCA, I mentioned before, is the Registration of Canadians Abroad, and is basically acting as extra security so that the country of Canada has your contact information while you are abroad, and in case of an emergency, they can contact you. When you are finished, hit submit, and all that will submit to your study abroad advisor. This is the page, the Safety Abroad Go Global page. On here, on the left side, you will see it says Safety Abroad Travel Registry. That link will bring you to the registry that we were just at. Underneath that says Learn More. You want to click on Learn More in order to get to learning modules. And this is the page for the learning modules. You will see that there are 6 learning modules that you can read through. And then there is, again, that planning checklist. It's the same planning checklist that you can download on the travel registry. So it will tell you the modules, for example, passports and visas, and then the learning outcomes that you will gain when you read those modules. So let's click on passports and visas, and you'll see it gives you detailed information on what you should do or things that you should think about doing before you leave or while you are in that country. This, again, does not give you specific visa information on your specific country. It just informs you that this is something you should look into before you travel abroad. Let's go to the next one, emergencies, right here. You can click on that. And again, emergencies will give you information on emergency procedures. For example, it will have the emergency wallet card right here that you can print out. And that information that you print out for the wallet card is actually the same information as is right here. So it gives you that phone number. You want to identify yourself as a Go Global student in an international location. And it will give you more information and travel tips. You want to make sure you read through all of the different 6 learning modules in order to make sure that you are prepared to travel abroad. And the planning checklist will make sure that ensure that you have read these, as you can check off the different points, the different to-do points that are listed. So just to give you a little bit of information, again, the registry is like a checklist for you, things that you need to do before you leave. Also, it's a way to learn and research about your country-specific information. For example, the online learning modules that I showed you. That's really important to make you think about things that you need to prepare for. Make sure to mark complete for each section that you've completed, or else your advisor will not be able to see that you completed it. The in-person session, again, that number 1 in the Safety Abroad Registry, is required for some and not required for others. So ask your advisor about that. The forms that you do not mark complete will be marked upon completion, or an advisor will mark it complete for you. If there are any incomplete registry applications, they will be flagged, and your travel may be postponed depending on whether or not your advisor feels like you need to have that registry information completed before you leave or not. So make sure that you are filling out all this information as soon as you can. If you have any questions, my contact information is here, safety.abroad@ubc.ca. You can also ask your advisors for any questions that you have regarding the Safety Abroad Registry. I hope you have a great time abroad and look forward to seeing you back here. Bye.